There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. One is a state of being, the other an ache, an emptiness, a weight pressing down on the soul. Because loneliness isn't just about being by yourself. It's about feeling unseen, unheard. It's about being surrounded by people, but still feeling invisible. Loneliness is more than a feeling. It's a crisis. Right now, nearly 1 in 3 adults worldwide say they feel lonely, either often or always. That's about 33% of people. And it's not just an emotional burden. It's a health risk. The U.S. Surgeon General warns that loneliness increases the risk of heart disease by 29%, stroke by 32%, and dementia by 50% in older adults. Some studies even compare chronic loneliness to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It weakens our immune system, disrupts sleep, and can shorten our lifespan. But here's something most people don't realize. Loneliness isn't always about physical isolation. It's about disconnection, a gap between the relationships we have and the relationships we long for. Some people choose to be alone and they thrive in solitude. They recharge, they reflect, they grow. Being alone can be powerful. It can be freeing. But feeling lonely, that's different. It's the ache of wanting connection but not having it. It's calling out into the void and hearing nothing in return. According to the Harvard study of adult development, the longest-running study on happiness, the quality of our relationships is the single biggest predicator of our well-being and longevity. It's not about how many friends we have. It's about feeling genuinely connected. How do we deal with loneliness? How do we break free? How do we turn loneliness into something else? Something lighter, something easier to carry? First, recognize it for what it is. Loneliness is not a flaw. It's not a weakness, it's a signal. Your mind and heart first telling you that something is missing, and like any signal, it means to be understood, not ignored. Second, shift the focus outward. The best way to escape loneliness isn't always to seek connection. It's to create it. Volunteering, joining a group, or simply sending a message to someone can spark a chain of connection. Third, embrace solitude without fear. People who develop a strong sense of self through hobbies, personal growth, or self-reflection are less likely to experience chronic loneliness. Loneliness is real, it's painful, but it's not permanent. It's not your identity, it's a moment, a feeling that can change. And you, more than anyone else, have the power to rewrite the story. You are not alone in this, and sometimes the first step to overcoming loneliness is simply believing that connection is still possible.